Okay. Hey, hi, I'm Burton and welcome to this video. In this video, I am going to test out an idea that I had in mind. And this idea is called fast forming fast food. And before I start, I just want to say that this video is for experimental purposes only, okay? And I wanted to challenge myself to see if I could take a fast food item and turn it into another food item, in which I am only allowed to use the 2 ingredients or the few ingredients that I bought, and at most 2 outside ingredients. Now this video was inspired by a BuzzFeed video that I saw where they had a chef take a McDonald's combo and make it fancy or something like that. And that sparked this idea in my head. Now, as you can see, I have a regular Wendy's cheeseburger combo in my hand. I have a cheeseburger, fries, Sprite soda, and some ketchup. And I decided that I wanted to transform this burger combo into a burrito, utilizing all of the ingredients. And to start this off, I am going to have to make a tortilla. Now, to make this tortilla, I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to turn this into a dough. So I think I'm going to start off with the bun. Or the fries. No, yeah, the bun. Definitely the bun. I'm going to try and turn this into a dough. Now, I'm going to have to take it apart, and that does not look good, so yeah, you're welcome. Cancel that out. But I just took it apart, and I'm going to mix this in some way, form, or fashion, this and the fries, to make a dough. But before I get to that, I started to think about how I could utilize all the ingredients in this dish. So I looked at the sauces and I looked at the cheese and I said, okay, why don't I try my hand at making a cheese sauce? So I did. I took the sauces off the bun, I scraped the sauces off the bun, and I scraped the cheese from the rest of the burger, and I tried to make a cheese sauce. And you're gonna see how that looks in about a second. Not really. That process wasn't the most pleasant to look at, me scraping the stuff off the bun, so we're just gonna skip that part. You're welcome, and move on to the vegetables. Now we will get back to that sauce, we will, but right now I just wanted to focus on the most important part, the filling. And for the filling, I just took the burger, the lettuce, tomatoes, and onions, and I cut them up and I sauteed them down with some ketchup and a little bit of water. I wanted to use the Sprite, but I had forgotten, so I went with the water and I just sauteed that down. And that was that for the filling. Now, the second most important part of this dish is the tortillas, in which I need to make a dough. Now, the process of me making this dough had gotten deleted, so I'm just gonna have to talk you through it, which is fine. So on the right, we have the fries tortilla, and on the left, we have the bread tortilla. I'm gonna start off with the fries. For the fries tortilla, I just took some of the fries and I soaked them in a little bit of water or Sprite, and I mashed them up with the fork until it was as smooth as I could get it. Then I added a little bit of flour and I mixed it to make like a dry, rough dough. Hold on 1 second. Wait for it. Wait for it. That's the cheese sauce I was talking about. It was too solid to use, so I had to not use it. But anyway, yes, I added a little bit more flour and water to make a actual dough out of it. I kneaded the dough and I set it aside. I did the same thing with the bread. I soaked it in water and I mashed it up until it was a mush, a smooth mush. And I added some more flour to a little bit of flour, a little bit of water to create a dough. And I kneaded that. I set that aside and I rolled them both out with a rolling pin. Kneaded it a little bit more if it needed to. If it needed to knead some more, I rolled it out. And then I fried them in a dry, hot pan. Now, these tortillas came out way better than I expected them to, because I make tortillas a lot and I just added raw ingredients and flour, so they came out pretty nice in my opinion. And for anyone that's wondering, yes, the table was clean. But this is me just trying to set it up for presentation. I wanted to put the burritos in the foil to see if the foil could hold it, if it would be convenient to eat that way, functionality, things like that. But getting into the taste of it, the tortillas themselves didn't really have a distinct taste. I guess because, fries don't really have a strong flavor, bread doesn't really have a strong flavor. You didn't taste it. But when I added the filling to it, the burrito itself tasted just like the sandwich. I didn't add anything to change the flavor at all, so the flavor stayed the same. I tasted the mayonnaise, I tasted the ketchup, even though I didn't use it in the filling like that. I guess because it sat in it from the time that I ordered it to the time that I filmed this. It kept the flavor. The tortillas, they came out pretty fine. They were soft. They looked like regular tortillas. The texture was a little bit different, but Overall, it had roughly the same texture and flexibility, but it just took a while to make and prep this, only to get a little result. So we are at the end and this is the final result. Thank you so much for watching this video. It is #not sponsored and for experimental purposes only. I would like to try this challenge out again in the future, and just thank you for stumbling upon this. Really appreciate it.